What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru. Time for the whole breakdown. That is the thank yous to the wonderful people over on Patreon. We thank everybody wholeheartedly for doing this. But let's kick it off with Platinum Executive Producer, Mr. Corey Hicks. Then we jump into our Executive Producers, The Glorious Movie Show, Mr. Mark Moody, Joel Brooks, Martini Jean, Aaron Doherty, Michael Drummie, David Ray, Jesse Armstrong, James Johnson, Nick Milicia from Next Level Games, and Glauco Schaffer. This week I want to do something a little different, and you guys will.
It was all out of order.
It was out of order, but I just want to do this too. I just want to throw it to some other people that I want to thank. I want to go through the list, which is Ryan Black, Joey Hira, Chris McCrackin, Mikhail Trulio, I screwed that up, I apologize.
Trujillo.
Adam Leonard, Jesse Sackin, Patrick from Nintendo Talk, Ryboflavins, Seamus Mullins, Mitchell Popish, Andrew Semicek from We the Nerdy, Andy Penezic, is that how you said it? Penezic? Penezic, there you go. New Jersey, illiterate, bear with me here. Matthew Knight, Warp Whistle Gaming, Dallas Robbins, John Wahl, Antonio Guillen, Garret Bland, Ryan Turford, I said Turford, Grouchie Serge, Nintendo Dads, and then we jump down to some of the other cool people, which is Sheldon Benedict, Alex Van Aken, Lucas Lohr, Tim Ulf, Flux Deposed, Spencer Stapleton, Josh Stapleton, and Mr. TJ Centulo.
Holy crap!
It's a long list of people, but I wanted to thank everybody. You guys will kind of get the gist in a bit here, but let's get on to the show. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Gaming Gurus. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by my best friend in all the land, Toby Thornton. What is up, Toby?
What is up, Bobby?
You were Mr. High Energy. And we want to say what's up to the greatest co-host in all of podcasting, Sean Capri. What is up, Sean?
Don't you worry about it, Bobby. I'm here. I've got a whole water and coffee and just a bunch of energy that I don't know where it's from. I was also up late playing video games. I was after a stupid trophy, or I should say achievement, in Rocket League, Bobby. Where did Toby's gone?
He
Toby
just
kinda,
rolled out of the way.
Here.
Okay, there.
Sorry, I was just grabbing
I've got
my
energy.
pint of water.
Okay, we've got water is gonna fuel us.
Yes.
I got a little Transformers. What is this? Bumblebee cup.
Evian.
We're all hydrated. That's the thing. It's good to see you, Bobby.
Yes.
And Toby.
Just Evian.
It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Very good.
It's been a week or so.
You guys want to have a hug?
Yeah.
So, like, in my mind, we'll have it.
Yeah, we need a hug this week.
It's nice.
Let's kick this episode off like we do each and every episode with our geek outs.
Shout outs to all those. Wait, we did a shout out to everybody. Everybody we knew was at the beginning.
Yeah,
they're all the people
much,
we know.
Pretty much. Toby, what are you geeking out about?
I'm geeking out about a new Zelda-like game that I shared with Bobby the other day. It's called Hazelnut Bastille, and it's on PC. It's been developed for PC. Somebody asked the developer, any chance of a Switch release? And they said they really want it on Switch, and it looks likely. So
Good.
Check it out. You can sign up to their newsletter on their website. So type in Hazelnut Bastille and you'll find it. And if you sign up to the newsletter, you can download the latest build of the game as a demo, so you can play it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it looks very, very cool. Pixel art is amazing. It looks fantastic.
Pretty phenomenal. Sean, what are you geeking out about, Sean?
I'm geeking out about a video that I saw just in the last couple of days. It was by our good friend Alex Van Aken, and he breaks down the level design in Celeste in a way that like actually makes me geek out. Like he breaks down like all of Celeste really, but then kind of like hones in on the level design. And this is kind of like a combo shout out / geek out. It's a geek shout. It's a chic out. There it is. His brain rolling there. You guys should definitely check it out, man. Like this is. And everything else he's got on the youtube.com/OKBs. He is, in my opinion, the best there is out there. He's one of the smartest, most engaging video essayers, authors out there, you guys should definitely check it out, man. It's really good stuff. I like showed Chelsea, like I was like watching him, like you need to come over and watch this. Like, is this like top notch or what? Like, it's incredible. Sorry, Toby,
I love watching like people analyzing game design, like Mark Brown and all those guys. Like,
he gives Mark Brown a shout out in the middle of the video, actually.
Yeah. But that game, like Celeste, like I don't know, man. That it freaks me out. The amount of spikes and stuff. like I just can't deal with spikes in video games.
I don't
you know what though? You'll love the soundtrack. If nothing else, like you just kind of like sit there. You don't even care how much you're dying because it just means you're allowing yourself to listen to the soundtrack a little more.
Yeah, I'm with you, Toby. I want nothing to do with that game. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll pass. I don't know what we're geeking out about, guys. This episode, I guess.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna have a geek out.
I didn't know either. I thought like I might as well throw it in there. You know, I just.
That's muscle memory right there, Bobby.
Yeah, that's basically all it was. I guess hanging out with you guys is my geek out.
What's the pouch behind you? What do you got behind you there? Over your right shoulder. It's like a little case or something.
This?
Yeah. What's that? That's a nice case.
I'm not geeking out about a stupid case. Get the hell out of here.
Look, I've got another geek out since Bobby's not really got one.
Yeah.
I got this book from Bitmap Books.
Why is it backwards?
It's the SNES Super Famicom Visual Compendium.
Nice.
Let's have a quick peek, shall we?
That's awesome. Ooh.
It's got
my god.
Beautiful pixel art in it.
Wow. I like it.
Little bits of text broken down about all the different games and stuff.
I think you're getting a copyright strike with those images on your
Oh, it smells so good, man.
Smells.
The smell of this book. It's delicious.
Well, you know what? Now I know where Jules says the same type of stuff, man. And I'm like, it's a British thing. Yeah, it's a British thing. I'm like, what the hell?
I would say it's a Commonwealth thing because I would say the same thing too.
What's a
pretty sure I smelled the Xbox in the unboxing.
Oh God.
Smells good.
So I guess we should start off with
what the hell you been?
Where the hell have I been?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, we can get into that.
That's a shout out to Lee Navarro from Nerd Overdrive.
Oh, yeah.
He's talking to his wife, Rebecca. Where the hell you been?
So this is probably, at least for the time being, our final episode for a while. And so I announced, I guess 2 weeks ago now, I announced that I was kind of taking a break, and I wasn't sure. At the time, it was just like it was a break, and now it's kind of like I don't know when I'm coming back. I kind of just made time to do this. I also did Planet Nintendo a little bit ago to kind of like give me the ability to properly say goodbye. Toby knows because I recorded about four episodes of like 4 update videos of trying to explain what is happening and what is going on. But every time I did, it made me sound like I was bashing, and I didn't want to come off that way at all. But I haven't said it publicly yet. And so my wife and I are separated. And we have been for almost 2 months now. And so at this point, my life is kind of up in the air, and I'm not sure what is happening. And I want to focus on what's important, and my marriage is the most important thing in my life. And fixing that is even more important than anything that I do. But at the same time, I feel like the people that have supported all of us and me individually were owed something, some explanation of what exactly is happening. I am actually in the process and have been in the process of moving, packing, getting everything out of here. When I spoke with, me and Tony are on talking terms. We talk daily. We don't fight. It's not necessarily like we hate each other. We both have told each other that we love each other. We both told each other that we're in love with each other. So I feel like it's something that can be worked out. It's just going to take a little time to work out. I feel like I kind of, and I'm not trying to. It's weird because, and this is the part where I felt like I was blaming somebody other than me, and I take full responsibility for the situation I'm in at the moment. With that said, she has been and is 200% supportive of what I do in all this. She has told me point blank, like, don't stop making videos, keep doing videos, keep doing, and I'm just like, I just feel like it's the wrong thing to do. I feel like focusing on my marriage is the right thing to do. And because the videos and all that stuff kind of got in the way of what I was doing with her, with our marriage, and it's not, and her answer to me was like, it's not that I don't want you to do it, I want you to also be able to spend time with me. And so time management was a very piss poor thing for me. And it ultimately put me in the position that I'm in. So I feel that it's correct the marriage, fix the marriage, and then if YouTube and podcasting is going to play a part in my future, then it's a matter of her and I need to agree on time that I put towards it, how much I do, how much I don't do, and if I do come back. And so at the moment, and you guys don't even know this, but at the moment, the way it is I am packing to leave here. I have a potential job interview, if I want the job interview, in North Carolina. I spoke to a gentleman the other night for about 40 minutes on the phone, and they would like me to take the next step and come down and interview for the position down there. My brother lives in North Carolina, so it would be, I would stay with him, but then it's the question of what happens with everything else. And I don't know, it's a good opportunity, and I'm part of me is like, go for it and go down there, and then the other part is like, no, don't go, stay here. But I'm up in the air with what it is. So, but that aside, I'm not, I didn't want to I don't want to take the whole damn show talking this stuff, but like, it's I felt like everybody was owed a response, and I know that the people that like, they love Tony as much as they love me. I've been in live streams where she's come in to moderate or hang out, and like the people just like shower her with love, and they love the streams that we did together and stuff like that. So she's been a part of a lot of this, and so I think we'll be okay, and we'll make through regardless of what'll happen. I really feel that in my heart of hearts. But that's where I'm at this moment, and this is my first public speaking of it. So I didn't know whether, so I'm rambling, but I don't know whether like that brings up questions that you guys might have that I could potentially talk about or not, or
I don't know, man.
Really, well, go ahead, Chloe.
Me and Sean are always doing that.
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
We both waited like that long enough to see if the other person was going to say anything.
And then you started talking.
Too long for podcasts.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to say, Robbie, thank you for being so frank and honest with us and our listeners. I think it's very brave of you to put that information out there. And I'm sure everyone will treat you with respect and love like they always do. But yeah, for me, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with the Patreon and what we're doing with all that. We've still got to figure that out. Whether we're just going to close it down for a while, that's a conversation we could have now or off air. I don't really know what you want to do about that. But whatever you do, Bobby, I'll support it. And I know that we'll keep talking and eventually we'll probably end up doing more stuff together anyway. Yeah. So.
I mean, that's the biggest thing for me is that, even through all of this, you have messaged us and called us up, and we've been here with you this entire time. And I want to say, that doesn't end. Like, for whatever happens here, like, that doesn't stop. Like, I remember, like, the first time that you're like, I really need to talk. And I was, like, literally changing Lincoln.
Yeah.
Like, it was right after. And you guys know, and anybody who knows me well, like, knows, like bath time, bedtime, like, that thing is just, like, everybody else out. Like, that's no time. But I sensed something was up. Like, you didn't even really say much more than, hey, man, you around? I really need to talk. And I was like, I don't know. I just said to Chelsea, I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. But something happened, and so can you please? And she's like, oh. And it was, like, probably the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah.
And I just want to let you know, like, no matter what, like, you have that space in my life, and I think that's very special. As you were mentioning, you know, as you were talking about stuff, I was kind of, like, running through, like, the last whatever it's been, 2.5 years or something. So I don't even know.
Yeah. Since
the Geek Guru showed up on We the Gamercast, and I'm like, we've been through a lot together, man.
Yeah.
And that does, like I said, all I'm gonna say is, because I'm rambling now too, that doesn't stop.
Yeah.
No matter where you end up, if you end up in South Carolina or North or South Korea, I don't know. Well, don't go to North Korea.
No, I'm trying to stay out of there. No, but and that's the one thing. Like, both of you guys have been there for me through all of this, and have sat there and just listened to me cry like a baby, and you know,
not like a baby. I should also say,
no, it was pretty.
we already know that people love and care for you, because a ton of people have reached out to me, and I'm sure Toby as well, and going like, just concerned about Bobby. Have you been talking to him? Do you know what's up?
Yeah.
And you guys all know who you are, and I did pass along words and just encouragement and things like that, and just that does mean the world to everybody. It's just like incredible. It's more than just. It's more than just views, man. It's more than just listens.
That's the thing. Like, Patrick said it on when we did Plant and Dendo. He's like, Bobby, he's like, you could leave for months and you could come back, and he's like, the people would support you like crazy, because you just have this amazing community that I've never seen before in my life, and that's the thing. Like, I say it, I've said it for such a long time, that we have the best community of all, because I look at, like, just, man, I just was like, I'm having issues, I gotta go away, and like everything blew up, and like I actually deactivated my Facebook because it was upsetting me so much, all the messages I was getting, and not in a bad way. It just was like that constant reminder that something's happening, and I'm not. So I like deactivated Facebook to kind of step away from all the messages, because it was, it was getting me out. It was just. It's like not salt in the wound. You need
separation.
Yeah, I need to get away and kind of get my mind together. And Jules Watcham has been phenomenal as well. Like, he's got so much stuff going on. Still, will take the time every couple of days to send me a text message and be like, "Hey man, how you hanging in there? You all right? Or do you need anything?" And just such solid friends that I've made within the show. Like, even Joseph Moran, like, reached out to me like, "Hey man, if you need me to fill in on any of the shows until you can get back, like, I'm willing to do that," and whatever. And like, that's just awesome. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the type of quality that we've created. And like, so many people just, I mean, I don't want to name names because it's just, then it's like, oh, I forget somebody or whatever. But like, again, like Sean said, you know who you are, who privately messaged me and like, we're just, "Hey, are you okay?" And that just means door. And nobody knew what's going on, and I really don't know 100% going on, because these guys can vouch. Like, my status has changed 15 times the last week. 1 minute I'm staying, next minute I'm leaving, then I'm staying, and then I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and like, now I'm leaving, and now I might go to North Carolina, and it's like, it's just all up in the air. But for me, the one thing, and I think, again, these guys will vouch for, the one constant in all of this has been, I need to fix my marriage. And I love my wife with all my heart. And that's my priority. That's where my focus is. I've spent too much time, in my mind, I spent too much time not making her the focus. And it's time to correct that. and to do what I got to do to correct that. And so I feel that way wholeheartedly, and so that's my number one priority is to do that. So, but as far as like Toby said with the Patreon and all that, like I don't know whether. Yeah, I don't even know if we discuss it now. We could discuss it later and figure
I have
out.
a pretty major idea.
Okay.
That we definitely need to talk about it off air.
All right.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I like major ideas.
It's major, but it means that it sticks around,
Yeah.
and it's been something I've been thinking about for a little while.
That's fine.
So we'll see.
Okay, that's fine.
I should just say it, and then if you guys don't like it, you could cut it out.
No,
I'd
rather not edit it.
What did you say? What was the idea? No, we'll never know.
We'll just leave it fake. That's good. That makes
Okay,
good.
before we get it, or if we don't talk about that too, the other thing I wanted to say, because I'm just going to jump in, is, and I think Toby feels the exact same way. I said this to you one of the last times that we spoke, is that I am so ridiculously impressed by you and your commitment to your marriage. Like, I think Toby and I can both vouch and say you are doing absolutely everything and beyond to make this work, because it's in you to make it work. And I feel like some people might have given up by now, but you haven't, and you've continued to push through in the face of just really difficult odds, I would say. And I'm just really people need to know. I can't get into really details, or I won't, and you shouldn't, and that's not really important. But what people should know is the dedication that Bobby is showing to his marriage and to make this work is it's unlike anything I've ever seen, and it has honestly made me do a lot of self-reflection on God forbid any of us end up in this situation, but he is demonstrating something that we should all kind of look at and go, if anything, when the times get tough, you dig deep, man, and you are digging deep, and I am very impressed. So keep going, and only good things will happen, dude.
That's my hope. I had a conversation with my mom a week ago or something like that, and I said to her, I said, it's funny, not funny, but it's ironic, I guess is the better word, that when I was single and searching for a woman, I always would find these guys that would just start to allow time to dissolve things. And I would always see these girls that were kind of oh, I love him, I don't know why he won't be with me, or why he's sidetracked. And I used to always say to myself, I'll never be that guy. And now I'm sitting in that shoes where it's I have to correct that. And it's but to me, it was a matter of, do you love this woman? Yeah, absolutely. And it was so how far are you willing to go to save this? And to me, it's until she says to me, I'm done. 110%, we're done. You go your way, I'm going my way. I'm not out the game. I'm not I'm fixing this. That's where my head is. That's where my heart is. And I'm not going to stop until she files for divorce. I'm not, and so things are understood a little bit is divorce isn't even been talked about. The only time divorce got talked about was she's I'm not filing for divorce. I'm not getting a lawyer at this point. It's we just need some time. I need some time to think things through. You need some time to think things through, and then we can do what we got to do. The house being sold is just something that in the conversations we felt like it was the best thing that we need to do to move forward, and so that's where we're at with that. And then, but also the one thing I want to say is there's been a lot of people messaging me, and I really haven't replied to every single person. I've seen your messages. Thank you for your messages. I've just been so chaotic with stuff that I just don't, and focused otherwhere that I just haven't had the time to just reply to every single person. But thank you for the well-wishing. Thank you for all that. So, so that's
I think that's fair, man. Sometimes I get a stomach ache for a couple days and I don't reply to messages. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. So, I don't know.
So what you guys playing?
Yeah, man, that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit. Dude,
no way.
I gotta tell you this. No, seriously, let's, because I need to get off of that, because it's gonna bring me down. I'm gonna be miserable the rest of the day, and I don't want to be. You brought up, you know what? Okay, so this is funny. We get into that quasi blow up the last time we recorded, right? And then I think I said to Toby, I'm like,
and now you're moving to North Carolina.
No. But it's funny because we did that, right? And then the next week we don't record. And we did the same thing when we got to the argument on if we ran Nintendo, where like we got to the big blowout and people were like, are they hate each other? Are they mad? And then we don't record the next weekend. It's
like, no, man, my wife's pregnant. I can't remember why we didn't remember record. Either. But something legitimate kind of came up though.
But
for sure.
You talked about Manhunt a couple weeks ago on Netflix.
Oh God. Oh yeah.
Dude.
I thought you were talking about that game.
No. I'm talking about the show. Toby,
yeah, the Unabomber thing.
Dude, I don't know if you watch it, Toby. You need to watch. Oh, it is so good, dude.
Excellent.
It is amazing. Like I binge watched it like a madman. I was like every time right now I'm watching the O.J. Simpson trial.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna have to check that out.
You got to check that out. It is so good, and like and the thing that makes me curious about these movies is, or these series, is how much is legit, and how much do they take liberties with. I'm hoping that they try to keep it as much as possible and not really take liberties with stuff. I'm sure they're pulling like the most entertaining parts out of the trial, or like with the Unabomber, like the most interesting moments of all that. But it's just, dude.
Well, they're so public, they almost can't take too many liberties with it, I guess, right? Like, it all sort of has to hit the same major beats, especially with O.J. Simpson.
Oh, God.
Like, that was crazy. Dude, that was everywhere. Even here, like...
That's all I'm curious. That's what has it curious. Like, Toby, how old... Like, do you remember when all that went down? Like, was that a major thing in England, or...
I don't know. We heard about it, but I was pretty too young to really.
Toby would have been like grade 1 or grade 2, probably.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I was like in grade 5, so I can't remember the years between us.
I was like,
because it was like 94, 95, 96, 90, kind of something.
I had
kind of
graduated high school. I had been out of high school for a couple of years. So I
I was learning about sex for the first time.
I just remember because I was big into basketball. At the time,
like from school,
yeah,
not in life.
He's in the closet with a notebook and a
notebook, a couple dolls. Oh, I thought Toby was gonna grab his doll.
That's the best. That's the best dog. Yoshi is the best. Riley,
Yoshi's come to join me. I don't know how he got in here, but he's in here now. So.
We used to have a turtle named Yoshi.
He's a good dog.
But we called him Yoshi.
Look at that dog.
Oh, he's giving me kisses.
See, man, he's so good.
You guys and your old man dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. Yoshi is total old man dog.
Yeah, look at that face.
Prince.
So I've been playing Bayonetta. I don't know if you guys have been playing any Bayonetta. I don't know if you guys are interested in it or got it or...
No, I was going to get it for Karina, but no, I didn't. So.
What about you, Sean? Any interest in Bayonetta? Or...
The only reason I picked up my Switch was to buy Zeo Drifter, and then I put it back in its dock.
Oh, you're a piece of trash, man. You are such a...
Dude, okay, so first of all, I took some real crap from one person, and that was it, and everybody else was kind of like, no, I can't get it. That's not actually not too
play?
Bad.
No. They get... No. You're wrong. They get the cloud saves.
Also,
they don't get to not playing.
Did you listen to Brian on the latest NVC?
He's
being super diplomatic about it, but he's pretty pissed.
Yeah, like Toby and I said, he's I think his venom is directed at the wrong place. I'd be really pissed off at the person that worked on my Switch. You send it in for a bad USB and they lose the memory. Like, what the hell were you doing, dude?
It's pretty bad, man.
Yeah, like that's pretty screwed up. Like, wouldn't they have backed it up first before? Because there's numerous, like I said, that's the thing, like, when we had the last conversation, like, Toby and I were saying, like, I remember when the Switch first came out, I was still in the NVC group at the time, and there was people that were returning their Switches because of Joy-Con issues or whatever, and, like, they would have a thing that they click and it would download all their stuff again.
Yep.
Like the system would come back blank.
Seeing that. This
they
is very
click
shocking.
it. Yeah, so in this situation, like I'd be pissed at the person that.
Yeah, it's like sending your dog in for some grooming, and they're like, "Yeah, your dog died in the middle of the haircut."
The one thing, yeah, exactly. The one thing that Brian said though that kind of did throw me for a little bit of a loop is I didn't know that when you transfer data, when you transfer from one system to the other, it's through the USB collect or the USB-C connection. He talks about that, and I thought it'd be Wi-Fi or whatever, like the 3DS is,
like 3DS,
and the Wii U is, and all that stuff. And like when they were saying, like, because here's an example, like when I bought Minecraft on the Switch, I could transfer my Wii U stages over, and that was done Wi-Fi. So it kind of threw me for a loop when Brian was like, well, no, you gotta actually use the USB-C connection to transfer. And I'm like, that makes no damn sense at all.
Yeah, it feels like a step forward and 6 steps back.
Yeah,
in a way,
it's kind of freaking stupid. The one thing that they did talk about though, as well on that show, was it was brought up by investors during the last meeting. Are you doing cloud saves? I really think that when they do the pay service, we'll have it, and that might seem like, well, why are you doing it then? It should be now.
No, I disagree. I think it should be along with the pay service.
Do you?
Like I do, and that's probably something I should have brought up last week too. Is that we didn't have it for free with Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah, you paid for
like
it.
That was, and it was actually, and this is how important. Like not just me, just like slamming it. I got into PlayStation Plus first and foremost for cloud saves.
Yeah.
Like that's me.
Yeah.
And it was actually at the time, Chelsea and I think we're starting to date. And she had her PS3 set up on her TV, and I wanted to be able to like pick up a game and go from like my place to her place, and just be able to like just bring the disc along with me, like that. I really think cloud saves are great, guys, but I will pay for them, so that's understandable.
The one thing I'll say about this though, while you're refusing to play your Switch, I'm packing the house to leave.
It's less of a refusal. I'm being silly.
Save your nonsense.
I got Monster Hunter. I've got my Rocket League. I'm got like 1,300 achievement points on Rocket League, dude. I was up all night trying to get these ridiculous. Like I've got my 200th item. I got like a sea turtle goal in the Aquadome. You flip on your back and then you use the boost to push the ball in.
Oh my god! I don't even know how to flip on my back.
You just
that game is so hard, man.
And you're just. Oh, dude, I love.
It's a great game, but it's hard to do the rest of. But my thing is, like, I'm over here packing, right? I'm packing the house up, and I'm like, the only thing I need is my Switch. That's it. So I'm taking one of my 4K TVs to my mom's and a Switch, and that's it.
One of my 4K TVs. Listen to this guy.
I got 2 of them. Tony messaged me this week. She's like, "Can I take one of the 4K TVs?" So part of me was like, "Yeah, you can have it. Just come back." But I was like, yeah, you could take one. That's fine. I'm like, I have so many TVs in the house, I don't need all of them. But yeah, I'm taking my Switch. Like that's the one thing I'm gonna pack. I'm gonna pack a backpack with a couple things. I have my iPad in it, my Switch. I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. So,
Bayonetta going on that thing or what?
What's that?
You got Bayonetta going on?
Yeah, I've been playing Bayonetta on it right now. I've been playing Zeo Drifter, which thank you, Jules Watcham.
Is that game not awesome?
Dude, that game is so good, man.
I love Zeo Drifter.
Good. So good.
I played it like well after the fact too.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, just like on Vita, no achievements or trophies on Switch.
Anyway, but I say thank you, Jules.
It did have trophies. Did it have trophies? Didn't have a platinum, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I say thank you, Jules, because Jules is the one that gave me a copy of the game.
Nice.
I actually got the first copy of the game. It was number 1. We were getting ready to record behind the scenes, and he's like, "Oh, I just got all the codes for Zeo Drifter," and he's like, "Here, I'll give you the first one." And boom, he gives it to me. So I was legitimately the first person to have the game.
Was it 11111111?
No, it's still all these crazy letters and numbers and all that nonsense. So I've been playing that. I got another review code, which, thank you. Let me make sure I say the name properly so I don't. It's Duggan Jackson, Aqua Kitty UDX. They gave me a code for it, review copy. Dude, this game is really fun, man.
Sounds like a game for James Johnson, to be honest with you.
It does. But dude, it's a shooter, right? But it's a lot of fun, man.
Nice.
But it's real like punny. Like they're like here you go. The addition of Dreadnought mode takes you deep into the Meow Mania trench. So it's
Toby is unfazed.
Yeah, Toby's like, whatever. So those two, oh my god, what else did I buy? I bought something else. Well, Bayonetta 1 and 2. I've been playing Bayonetta 1 at the moment. That's the one I did not beat. I beat Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U. So I dove into 1, put on the Princess Peach costume. I don't know how they got away with these costumes, man.
That's hilarious.
I really don't know how they got away with these costumes. They are so, like, wow. Apparently you can scan Amiibo in and change the costumes pretty quickly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh,
this is one of those games. Sometimes new games come out for new systems or like re-releases come out, and they're games that I've had on the previous system. Like Bayonetta is an example. I'm trying to remember anything else. Anyway. And I'm like, so I have Bayonetta, and I never played it. And it's like literally sitting on the wrapper. I've got my Wii U right here. Yeah. And we were messing around one day the last couple of weeks, and I picked it up and I fired this thing up, and I'm like, I just don't even know if I can play this.
I know. It's
like I'm like sitting here with a game, like it's legit. It's right there. I just play it. Just stick that stupid disc in and I can play. I even have a Pro Controller. Can you even use a Pro Controller on this game?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, man. I probably should because I always wanted to play it, but I don't know. Same thing with Tropical Freeze. I could play that.
Yeah, that's true.
Instead of actually buying it for the new system.
I'll buy it for the new system. Just because I've had my Wii U packed up, and I'm like, I'm not playing any. I'm not. Same reason. Like, I don't want to go back and play with that gigantic Fisher-Price thing, man.
In which case, like, why is it here? Like, I really have to have a conversation with myself. Like, what is this? What is this?
Captain Toad. That's why it's there.
I need to get that from the library again.
Captain Toad will be coming.
I never bought it. I just got it from the library.
I bet you that game comes to the Switch. They'll probably bring it with like more levels and all that stuff.
I'm excited to see what they do with Mario Maker this time around.
I am too. Well, I'm sure.
I don't think it's coming.
What? Oh, I think it was huge for them.
I think they're done with it.
Yeah, if they better fix it if they do it. I was saying when I was talking to Barry Dunn and Justin Masson like a couple months ago, and I was like, I really feel like Mario Maker is hot trash in the summer. I just feel like if it wasn't Mario slapped on it, nobody would have gave it a second look. And what I mean by that is like the lack of ability to put in like keywords or to help people find stuff or all that nonsense. Like that part of it was so bad that I just feel like, man, if this was any other company, any other game, nobody would have jumped all over it the way they did.
You know what I think Mario Maker needed is a in-depth tutorial on how to make decent Mario levels.
Yes.
Because you can hand anyone a toolkit to make something, but the majority of people are going to just make trash with it.
Yep.
And I think that's the problem with finding decent levels.
That's what I mean. Like, dude, it was the minute you started playing, it was a bunch of don't move levels and these super crazy troll levels, and it was like there was no just good fun levels in the mix, and it was so hard to find those. So that's where I feel like I hope it doesn't come because it would probably be better off if it didn't.
If they make worlds, and if you can have like themed and everything, you have different paths. Like just think Super Mario 3.
Yeah,
I think that's a new secret.
I think that's why Zelda Maker's a bad idea because that's
definitely. I've never jumped onto that idea.
It's more complex. I'd love it, but I know that the majority of top-down Zelda dungeons that people would make would just be awful.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Also, I've been playing a little bit of SteamWorld Dig 2 on the 3DS.
Ooh. On 3DS?
Yeah, they put it's coming out, I believe, this week or next week. They gave me a copy of it. I got one. I gave one to Toby as well. They gave me 2 copies. They gave me one for EU, one for NA, and
60 frames a second, Bobby.
Yeah, man. And the 3D, dude, the 3D is really sharp, man. Not gonna lie, like it looks really good. It plays really good. I'm actually, when I get settled in wherever I go, I'm going to transfer to my bigger 3DS. So
I think that's why you want to move somewhere. You're looking forward to a big trip. You can just sit there with your 3DS or your Switch.
No,
I'm not.
No, I'm not. Trust me. I'm hating every second of this. Trust me. I'm like, this is the worst. Packing is the worst. But no, the other thing I'm playing is Faya. Have you guys...
Fear.
Whatever. I don't know what that... Faye.
Oh,
I'm just calling it Faye.
Is this... Are they liking this? That this is every time somebody says the name, they're like... They say it 7 times, they're getting like a 7 for a 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they made something silly.
It's ridiculous. It's Faye. It's Fee. Whatever. I don't know.
The best is... You're not the only one who does this. It seems like everybody is like, okay, let's set the record straight. And then they say a version, oh, maybe it's this.
Yeah.
Like, they're so convicted.
Yeah,
it's Faye.
Yeah. They say it. They say Faya. That's how they say it.
It's far too long.
Well, they're spelling it wrong.
They're spelling it very wrong. I don't know. Anyway.
There's no accent or anything, like 2 dots or something.
Nothing, man. Nothing.
Well, upside down frowny face.
I wish. Have you guys touched it at all? Or are you interested in it? Or
I don't know, man. I'm iffy on it.
I will say this. They really just drop you off and say go.
Yeah.
With it. Like, there's really no direction on this one. And I was pretty frustrated pretty quickly on it. But I'm starting to kind of get the gist of it now. But it's... I don't know.
Oh no, that's kind of what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous, but I'm just and a couple people were telling me like you just kind of got to get through the first port. Once you do, it'll kind of open up for you, and you'll like it better. So I'm trying. I'm not giving up on it yet. So
yeah. Is it a long game? I can't imagine.
No, Joe after work beat it. He said it was
Yeah, but he's really good at games.
He said he beat it in about 5-6 hours, something like that.
Yeah, I think IGN says it's about 5 hours.
Yeah, it's not a super long
10 to 12 for me kind of thing.
Patrick said today that speed run is like an hour and a half.
Speedrunning is awesome.
It's just insane, man.
Like, it's just...
Didn't IGN post a Bloodborne speedrun of like 32 minutes?
Come on.
That's nuts. Dude, how the hell you beat Bloodborne in 32 minutes?
You don't even walk that fast. 32 minutes of just like...
Yeah, he's just like...
dragging sword on the ground.
That's nuts.
That game is awesome. I still haven't deleted that from my PS4. I've deleted thousands of games from that. I'm like, I'm coming back to that one at some point. I fired it up last night for the first time. I was playing Guilt Battle Arena. It's like this couch co-op. You can play up to 4 players, and it's just like a single screen. You have 1 bullet, and you're just getting kind of onslaughted by enemies from the left and right. And there's different objectives. You're supposed to like dodge exploding cats in some of them, or dodge the rockets that track you. They've got like a homing device on them, and you can trick them into running into other enemies. Or there's cannonballs that fire at you at some point. And I was playing with Chelsea last night and having a good time, and then we shut it down, and I'm like, look at this PlayStation. Look at all these games on it. I got Nier on here. I got Everybody's Golf. I got my Ultimate Alliance. Should probably fire this thing up every once in a while.
God.
This is not too bad. And then my controller died in my hands.
That controller sucks, man. That controller is the worst. Toby, you were saying you were playing PUBG. Like, apparently you didn't get a chicken dinner because you didn't brag about it. But
well, we came second last night in a game, and another game came.
Second's first place loser. Go ahead.
We came 5th in a different game. We had a pretty bad night, though. Most of our games were pretty trash.
I can't believe you guys are like the ultimate team. Like, very good at like communicating. Because I've been there when you guys play GTA.
Yeah, it is something else.
I've been there when you guys were playing GTA.
Yeah.
And like, you guys are really like, you got this language that you guys speak, and it's like you just know what you're doing as you're. It's crazy, man.
Like, are you guys just always in the mood for? I feel like that's a very specific type of gaming. And you guys just you just slot right into it.
Yeah, I think that just comes with like we're all friends. We've all played games like co-op games online together, like where you're doing missions in GTA or like playing Fortnite or PUBG, like where a lot of it is communication, and you get to learn each other's sort of vocabulary and mannerisms and the way they describe things, and you sort of just you click together. And like when you play in PUBG, it's just good fun because you're all on the same level, you know.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Oh Lord.
I say that on a daily basis. Stupid video, man. I'm quoting that every other day. Me and Chelsea.
Him and Chelsea get done good sexy time, and they're like, good stuff.
That's what we said when we knew Lincoln was happening. I'm like, that was the one. Good stuff. You just know. You just click.
I'm glad, man.
And you high five, and it's just that's the one.
Oh,
you know, that's
Lord.
the high five that did it.
Good God. I don't know. What the hell's going on with this show? Anyway, so
Bobby, play Monster Hunter at some point.
I have it.
I like it now.
I have it.
11 hours in, and I love it.
Yeah, but where are you playing it at?
Xbox. You know where the network
I'm not playing
works.
that garbage system. I just don't.
This is the true nature of the gaming gurus, by the way.
Exactly. The truth of it is, it's like once it goes in the box, it's done for a little bit. So I don't know when I'm going to pull it back out of the box.
Fair enough.
But like I said, the only one that I have any interest in right now is my Switch. Which the rumors are getting pretty strong that Fortnite is coming to Switch. Like
same with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? The next one is Black Ops and potentially coming to Switch.
Like I'm hearing.
May I remind you that Black Ops was on Wii U?
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But you know,
maybe
it's
that's what they're talking about.
Not that exciting, man.
Yeah.
Would you stop it? You know what? Don't be sitting over there shitting on stuff.
And that's the thing. So I'm really just at the level of like the fact that it's coming and that's it.
Yeah.
Like it's not where I want to play that game. It's not really like
No,
I don't
but
think it's
I
going to change the world or anything. But
for me, I look at a game like Fortnite and I feel like aesthetically it fits perfectly on the Switch.
Oh yeah.
It does seem like it should be this Switch's battle royale game.
Yeah, man. And if that's the case, I was talking about this. I forget with who, but I was saying like, dude, how cool would like for me personally, I would love it if Splatoon took on the battle royale thing. Like that would be so awesome. And it, you know, even if it was a matter of like, you know, they drop you and you go out and the object may be to like, I don't know, paint the most turf but kill at the same time, or I don't know, but just be kind of
Splatoon, Bobby.
What's that?
Isn't that just what Splatoon is? Paint the most turf and.
Well, I'm just saying, like, depending on how
like your paint, it would be permanent.
Yeah,
and it would repel other people's paint. Like nobody could paint over yours.
That might be difficult because they could paint.
This is a terrible idea.
Probably.
Yeah, no, we're really.
No, but even so, like taking on the battle royale with the Splatoon physics would kind of be cool. Where you're just
it would be like the last thing Nintendo would ever do, though.
Yeah,
because they could have done team deathmatch. They could have done all the other
do it in
modes
5
and
years
shooters, and
it's
they're like, no,
done.
we're gonna paint the ground instead.
Yeah. It'll be 5 years from now when it's all done and nobody cares about battle royale. They'll be like, oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do Splatoon battle royale.
The thing is, everybody's going to be sort of iterating on this until it loses its identity. That's why I like PUBG so much, and like that's why I don't like Fortnite as much. Is with the building, it just takes us away to that step further away from the true nature of the last man standing thing. And I think every new game that does battle royale, it's like PUBG, but this, and they change it a little bit. And that's what happened with Horde mode when Gears 2 introduced it, and everybody else had this wave multiplayer, like a co-op PvE, and you're just going wave after wave, and eventually it's like started to lose its magic that I think the first one had. Like I don't love the base building that it was eventually introduced. I just want waves. Just give me just a whole bunch of enemies that get tougher and tougher. And
I think that's the weirdest thing in Fortnite, because you're sitting there, like you were saying a couple weeks ago. I don't know. You and I were saying in the conversation though that like Chelsea was playing one night, and you could spectate after you die, and like it gets down to the final two people, and rather than trying to kill each other, they're building forts, and it's like, dude. End the game, man. Go kill the guy and be done with it. It's like, this is stupid. What are you doing? Like,
I will still hold true that did allow for one of the best videos. I think I mentioned this last time. That video where the guy's at the top and there's like 15 friends. Did I say this on the show? I said it on some show. So there's this video. It's like 15 seconds long. I'll send it to you guys. You're playing Fortnite, and it's one-on-one. It's the last two guys, and there's this huge tower, and you can see the other guy's way down on the ground. He's like hundreds of feet down. This guy's built this huge tower, and he's going through all his guns to try and get him. He's got like his rifle and all these other things, and nothing's hitting. And they're like, and he pulls out his shotgun. Everybody's like, yeah, shotgun. And then he jumps off this huge cliff, and he's falling, and all the friends are going like, ah! like all 15 people are just screaming, and then silence. They all stop at the same time, and you hear the shotgun go, and he kills them just a second before he hits the ground to win the match. And they all lose it. It is the best video of all, like, best Let's Play. It's hilarious. I've watched it like 100 times in a row. And just the way that they're all screaming, and then they all cut at the same time just to hear the shotgun go, and he gets them. Because if he didn't get him, he would have died.
He's done. He's gonna die. He sacrificed himself.
That was such a what a great move.
That's funny. So the other guy should have just ran for cover.
No,
and he would have just went splat. Instead, you sit there, you're waiting for the guy to come down. It's like,
what's that guy doing?
Yeah, unless he didn't see him completely, but I doubt that. But that's like, what are you doing, dude?
I love it, man. Yeah, I haven't seen anything quite like that in PUBG. That's for sure.
That's funny.
I've seen a really good PUBG video that my mate Alex sent us, and the circle finished over the top of the bunker. So there's one team underground in the bunker and another team above the bunker. So the circle shrinks so much that you can't get in or out without dying. So there's one team underground, one team on top. And they're all just standing around, like, looking, see if anyone's like hiding behind a hill or in a bush or whatever. There's no one around. And they're just waiting for ages. And it's like the game is like glitched. It doesn't know what to do, like, because the circle's not going to shrink any smaller.
Yeah.
So they're like thinking, oh, what if I take painkillers and energy drinks? Maybe I can go through the blue and get in the tunnel, but it's probably going to kill me because it's like really dangerous at that point. And then eventually the circle does start shrinking. It's like, it seemed like an extra long time before it starts shrinking. And all of these guys are like, it ended in such a way that the people in the tunnels underneath, they could get to a safe spot, and the guys on top could also get to a safe spot. And it shrinks so much. It goes down to like 1 pixel. And one of the guys up the top managed to get on the 1 pixel and survived with just the minuscule sliver of health. And the guys in the tunnel died. And I was like, wow, like that's crazy. Really, really tense.
I love it. Well, I mentioned Alex Van Aken at the start. He has a hilarious video. He's playing with his stepdad, Brandon. And Alex hits the ground first. And you see from the point of view of Brandon, he's parachuting in, and he's just about there. You can hear him talking, and Alex is like, I'm in the garage, I'm going to drive out with the car. And that's when he drives out, but hits Brandon as he's laughing. Kills him immediately. Like, this game has so many of those, like, hilarious stories.
Yeah, man.
I'm in the garage. That's
just
so
takes
funny.
out his legs.
Oh my god, that's funny. So that is all.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, that is all. So thank you guys for listening to us.
Tell me, think of something else.
I
don't know. I really, truly appreciate everything and everybody. We'll be back in some capacity, regardless. This show, I've said it before. Like, this is the one thing I have to have in my life because it gives me time to spend time with you guys. I just need to get some things sorted out to figure out where I am and all that. So this is the final show going into a hiatus, and we'll be back at some point. I'm just not sure when. So, again, you can follow Toby over on Twitter at Toby's_take. You can follow Sean Capri, Sean like Connor, Capri like the pants. Follow me at Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace, mother.
Bye.
Ciao.